Hello friends, welcome back to the bench. Our patient is 86A. What do you know? That is that is definitely an Outback. Anyways, my first time actually doing this in the afternoon. Because on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays I travel to the office. So, which is actually not bad, all things considered, because I can leave around 3 or even earlier if I need to, and the traffic is not that bad at that time, so it's not a big issue. But that means that sometimes I need to do one of these in the afternoon. Alright, yeah, sometimes I wear it, sometimes I don't wear it. Alright, so yeah, I'm wearing my... Some people in the comment are really particular about the bracelet, the anti-static clip. Which is perfectly justified. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna be arguing with that. But sometimes I wear it, sometimes I don't. And it mainly depends on what I'm wearing, how many layers. The more layers, the more static energy you'll get. Plus, winter time or cold days time, I wear a jacket which is highly electrostatic key. It's, I don't know, it's some kind of I don't know what the fabric is, but yeah, especially if I wear a sweater underneath, then yeah, I get electrocuted every time I leave the car. So around that time, I definitely prefer to wear a discharge clip, for sure. But that's mainly the reason why it's rather inconsistent. All right, we're gonna have to do it quick because, well, actually, we won't be able to do it quick enough to drop it off in the mail. So, sorry, that's gonna go out tomorrow morning. But that's better than going out on Friday, because I was thinking maybe I just won't be doing these on the days I have to drive to the office, and I'll just save all the repairs for Friday or Saturday, Sunday, right? And ship them all off on Monday. And I might do that. But for now, I'm going off of the old rules, which is almost as soon as, well, the next day, usually the next day after I receive it, the next day it is fixed and sent back. So I want to keep that for now, and we'll see. Maybe I'll just do what's his name, Alex did with the expedited service. Right, too much business is a good problem to have. Actually, I feel pretty tired and achy and stuff, and that's a great feeling that I haven't felt in a while. You gotta appreciate that. I don't think the youngest generations nowadays actually appreciate that. There's a lot of entitlement in our youngest at the moment. Not that they don't have a point, but still, we didn't do that. We didn't have that. Not to say that it was a good thing. We just grew up in a little tougher times, I guess, and easy times result in such approach to life, a little bit more entitled approach to life, right? All right, let's do it. And I forgot to cover the cup. See, Anyways, things are good, so let's start preparing for when the things are not good. Right? That's my motto. But as we speak, Sarah Boone is on the stand, on the witness stand. She's testifying in her defense. Why she suitcased her boyfriend. And there would be nothing special about this if it all happened within a few months of the incident and then trial, and that would still be an interesting case for sure. But since it took almost 5 years from the incident to the actual trial, that makes it extra interesting. And especially since her defense has changed since then. That is extra interesting. So I've been glued to that case all day today, or maybe not all day, but a couple hours maybe. Oh, I have a little bit of good wick left. All right. I gotta order some wicks and a whole bunch of stuff because I haven't been ordering anything because I was out of a job. So I had to limit my expenses to absolute necessities. So my shop needs a little bit of restocking now. I actually ordered a really nice IR BGA rework station. Not like super expensive because those can go to even $5,000, even more than that. But still relatively sizable purchase, which is like $450, I think, with shipping $451, something like that. And since now I can business expense instead of paying myself from the LLC, I just spend all the money that LLC generates to invest it back to the LLC. I love you too, Archie.
We're the fan.
Yes, sir, but I need you to be quiet, okay?
Sorry.
No problem. All right. So, that's going to be an interesting video. We'll see how it works, how it performs, all that good stuff. Is this out of focus? I think this is out of focus a little. Yeah, it should be better. And there you go. See, having a good wick makes all the difference. I still messed it up a bit, but that's not the fault of the wick. So anyways, Sarah on the stand. So it was a battered spouse syndrome after all. So it was not an accident? I'm actually confused. I'm pretty sure the jury is pretty confused was pretty confused by the case until they've seen the 911 call, the body cam footage, and the interrogation footage. Because I was just thinking that if it wasn't for the interrogation footage, if all the prosecution had was the video that she recorded on her phone, very incriminating.
What did you just say?
And the all the rest of the evidence, but no interrogation. So if, as soon as they told her that she can remain silent or ask for a lawyer, if she asked for a lawyer then, she would have been in a much different position. And the fact that we do have that interrogation where she tried to explain it all away to just kind of, get out of the trouble, obviously by heavily altering the story. I'm not saying directly lying, but she heavily altered the story to fit her narrative, obviously. But she would have been in much better position, because now all of that we would be learning, that whole explanation we would be learning for the first time what happened, right? But instead we are seeing how it changed since then, and it changed 360 pretty much. Now it was a deliberate act, or basically self-defense. How do you lock someone in a suitcase in self-defense? I will never understand, but that's not up for me to decide. I just feel sorry for the jury that will have to decide and at least consider, like, how do you lock someone in the suitcase in self-defense? Yeah, seems funny, but a man lost his life, so it's a pretty tragic story, actually.
Papa,
Mm-hmm.
your dog is in your office. Your dog is in your office.
Yes, he is.
No dogs allowed in the office.
No dogs allowed. Okay. Oh, I got 2 ECMs in the mail from Florida. If you are from Florida and you send me an ECM for cloning, please contact me, because I cannot match you to anything. Email, ticket, nothing. No dogs allowed. No dog is allowed. Chicken.
No, I'm good.
You good? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you guys walk earlier? Yeah, we already did.
No, we did not. Mm-hmm. He did, but I thought you guys were taking him out, and I had to get to the thing. See, that's why I record videos in the morning, because I don't have all this disturbance, all these interruptions and stuff. Not that I mind it. It's actually, again, it's kind of like being too busy. You gotta appreciate being too busy, because being not busy enough is even worse. So yeah, I appreciate the interruptions from the family, because not having a family, being alone in the shop would have been even worse. All right, now let's get this done over here. And what was I saying? Sarah Boone testifying. It was an accident. It was a good day. Oh yeah, if there wasn't an interrogation footage, I was thinking it could fly, right? Because again, if she was charged with, if she were charged with manslaughter, there's no question she's going down. But she's defending herself in court as for a second-degree murder. So burden of proof is a little bit higher in that case, because not only you have to prove that the victim is deceased, but also that she, well, maybe not caused it, but she showed a disregard enough to basically cause that incident, right? And in manslaughter charges, it's as long as you were involved and the person's dead, that's enough. Yeah, you didn't mean to. It was an accident, sure, but it's still the same thing. So I expect it's harder to, or it's, well, let's call it harder to prosecute someone for the second-degree murder as opposed to manslaughter. So yeah, maybe that would fly. But since we have the interrogation footage and those two videos from her phone, that kind of paints a different picture. And I forgot to put in these. What was I gonna say? Something about the jury. See, I forgot. Yeah, when the brain is tired, it's a little harder to concentrate. Well, we'll see what it will be. I don't think she's gonna walk, but who knows? I actually expected, because my first impression and second and third impression of James Owens, her attorney, was kind of a, I expected that he would be incompetent. Yeah, it's a little bit harsh judgment, but that was my kind of expectation. It's not like I was betting anyone, so doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. And that was kind of my expectation, but he's definitely not incompetent. He definitely knows what he's doing, and it looks like he's doing a pretty good job. That was not my expectation. There was with the judge a little bit, but that's, as far as I've seen, it's not uncommon. It's not super uncommon that this happens. So yeah, she's got a good defense team, and she's finally in trial. The trial was going to start on the 7th. So and it was announced months back, but it was an easy date for me to remember because that happens to be my birthday and I figured, yeah, I don't need any gifts, any other gifts for birthday. I'm getting my Sarah Boone trial for birthday. And the main reason is that, you know, during trial you're gonna see all the evidence that you didn't see before. And you're obviously gonna hear the defendant's story, which also I was very curious about. You know, so you see a lot of stuff that typically you see relatively quickly after the crime was committed. But in this case, we had to wait almost 5 years. So that's what made it so special. That's pretty much primarily what makes this case so interesting to me. It's just, you know, now it's going to trial, and that happened so long ago that I can't even remember where I heard about it first. Okay, how shifted are we? Slightly. No, a bit too much for my taste. So let's fix that. Which side was it? So, oh, and here we're not looking too good either. Yeah, okay, so here we'll go. Well, this is a lot more complex procedure, and it requires a lot of experience. I've seen people trying to do that and failing a lot. Alright, that was quick and painful, but it looks good. Just need to clean it a little more and we're done, and seal it. Whew, what else is in the news? Job market sucks. And yes, it does. If you haven't been, or if you have been employed for the past 2-3 years, then good for you. Don't lose your job. It's not like it was a few years ago. The market is self-regulating now, or, you know, going back to the equilibrium where it's supposed to be, and it's been overinflated and everybody was overpaid and overemployed for the past at least decade, but I'm thinking like since, you know, era of Google and stuff. So we have been spoiled very much. So no wonder, as I said before, that the newest generations don't seem to appreciate simple things like even having a job, like being tired after long days of work, because they've been spoiled by, short days, not a lot of work, a lot of money for very little work, everybody being overpaid, and everybody flexing on social media. This is my day at work, and you don't really see them actually doing any work. Because I would be interested, in Google, like, what's your typical day looks like, what kind of problem you're working on, how do you communicate with the rest of the team, how are you planning to come up with the solution, what resources you're putting into it. Are you doing a lot of whiteboarding, or you do some virtual board when discussing that problem with the team, how many people are involved, all that kind of stuff. But you're grabbing lunch and sitting in a massage chair and that kind of stuff, it's not really any value. You're just flexing. I mean, good for you, but that's not any value for me as a viewer. We kind of did this to ourselves. And I was thinking that probably the only reason I found a job in 2 months is because I live in Atlanta area, right? There's plenty of companies here that are hiring either in office or hybrid, and if I only have to compete with the market around here, obviously there's plenty of engineers around here. There's Georgia Tech, so a lot of them come out of school over here and look for a job here. So there's still plenty of competition, but not as much as the entire United States and parts of the rest of the world that you need to compete with when applying for a fully remote job. And 3 years ago, I didn't have that much. I found another job in a month, and it was fully remote. So that was way different. And I'm not even anything super special. Just another engineer. And get my job done, and I got plenty of experience to show for it. But I'm no special. I'm nothing super valuable, and it was relatively easy for me to find a job 3 years ago. Now, any job.
Are you okay?
Yeah, now I am. Because I have a job.
You have a job?
Yes, sir, I do. Bruh. Appreciate little things in life. They are a lot more important than you think, because you always have them, right? Especially your health, that kind of stuff. That's one thing that you definitely appreciate after you lose it. Alrighty. Unfortunately it's too late now to ship it, but it'll go out first thing in the morning. Not by me, my wife's gonna deliver it. I have to travel to the office. Alrighty, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you had a little bit of fun. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.